I'm Roy Lee Lindsay with the North Carolina Pork Council, and I want everyone to remember bacon makes everything better.
Our next guest was born in Brandon, Manitoba, raised in Leduc, Alberta, and grew up a fan of the nearby Edmonton Oilers of the NHL. Now in his sixth season with the Carolina Hurricanes and one of the team's alternate captains, Jordan Martinook has performed on stage with Nickelback. That was last year. He's thrown out the first pitch at a Durham Bulls baseball game. He even has had a beer named after him, Marty Party Mexican Lager. Most importantly for hockey fans, of course, Marty has been an important part of the Canes' dramatic turnaround. From a franchise that missed the playoffs 9 years in a row before he got here, he'll probably say this was a coincidence, to a team that has made the playoffs 5 years in a row and reached 2 Eastern Conference Finals with him as part of the lineup. He and his wife, Courtney, have 2 children. They just got to spend some good time together during the All-Star break. And recently, Caniac Nation and the rest of the NHL got to meet Marty's mother, Wendy, who was on a player's mom's trip just before the NHL All-Star break. Jordan Martinook, welcome to the North Carolina Sports Network and the David Glenn Show. How are you, man?
I'm good. Really good after that intro. That was good. Thank you very much.
You got it, man. You are interesting beyond being an impressive hockey player. Everybody I know loves the phrase Marty Party. Does that phrase go all the way back to growing up in Canada, or do we get some credit here in North Carolina for making Marty Party more famous?
No, definitely. North Carolina could take a big role in that. I feel like growing up, I was just trying to work hard and move on as much as I could, and then. Feel like once I made it in the NHL and started feeling comfortable that I could really show my true self and my personality. And then obviously I've done that here, and everybody in North Carolina is kind of, all the Caniacs have done the Marty Party thing. So I'll ride with it.
Do you remember the first time you heard it?
That was probably the first year. I remember doing first year in playoffs when they had me do these like little videos after every win, and a lot of them were pretty fun. I remember doing a couple in a bar and a couple in a ice cream shop, and we had a lot of fun with that. And obviously the thing was fetched before the games. People just think I'm kind of a clown, but it started that year, I'll say.
The only question I hesitated whether I should ask you or not is, are folks allowed to request the Mr. Svechnikov, or is that like inappropriate because there are small children nearby you don't want to scare?
Oh, I hear it all the time. But we do season ticket member signings, and I feel probably about 10 people ask me to do it then. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's kind of, I keep it in the locker room. That's our thing in the locker room. And if I have a couple Marty Party lagers, maybe it'll come out.
Since we won't ask Marty to do it today, I'll just encourage everybody. You can find it on YouTube and a lot of other places. There's a build-up and then the words Mr. Svechnikov, but he delivers in a way that I could not possibly mimic. All right, part of the Marty Party legend does include being on stage at the Nickelback concert. Now, I've been told by a lot of pro athletes, whatever kind of nerves you may have before a game are exciting nerves, right? Because you're about to go do what you've been training your whole life to do. The same athletes will say they get nervous when they get asked to do something that is not in their area of expertise. So how the heck did you handle being pulled up on stage? Did you know it was coming? How did it happen? And how did you deliver the goods, man? Because you looked very comfortable in the end.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I met the band in Alberta back in May of last year, and there was a radio contest, and a guy had won it in Edmonton when I was watching it. And after the concert, I was talking to the manager, and I said, "Hey, when you guys come to Raleigh in September, I want to be that guy." And he's like, "Yeah, I think I can make that happen." I never truly knew it was going to happen until about the day before. But yeah, you're right. There's definitely different nerves, but I've been training for this my whole life. I've been doing karaoke since I was 15 years old. My Rockstar is definitely one of my go-to songs. So I've been on singing Rockstar in front of people for about 16 years, so I knew it was going to go pretty good.
That's cool. I heard a little shot of Jaeger helped.
Yeah, Jaeger bomb when I went on stage, that definitely helped. And then after the concert, I had like 14 of my teammates there. So after I was done singing, there was still about half the concert left, and a few more cocktails were had that night. That's for sure.
I know your lineups change from time to time, line mates, I should say, but Jarvie is one, and he joked heading to Mexico for the All-Star break that he wasn't sure how many Mexican lagers he might have. But then when he came back, he said he thinks he has sweat them out already, right? When Coach Brendan Moore says, do your thing with Billy, I'm not sure people understand. Like, they all know you're elite professional athletes, but in all seriousness, can you have fun during an all-star break and still feel like you're at the peak condition you need to be for the sport of hockey?
Yeah, and listen, Roddy always says too, we go to these fancy resorts and they all got gyms, so make sure you get in there and use them. And I think for the most part, a lot of our guys, we respect each other enough that we're going to go in and get some work done, so we're not coming back and feel like you're behind or missing a step or anything. So I trust every guy in that room to do that. And but at the end of the day, you still have some time off, and whenever you can kind of get away from hockey, and if you want to have a couple drinks or have a day on the beach, you can do that. And there's a saying, if you want to throw the ball over the fence, you got to go over and get it. And I think we all do that pretty good.
Jordan Martinook is joining us on the David Glenn Show. It seems like you have this insane amount of goodwill with Caniac Nation. And I shared with you, even though I'm an independent member of the media, I am also a member of Caniac Nation. Your relationship with Emma Izzo is part of that, just what you're known for beyond hockey. A teenager, for those who don't remember, with Down syndrome. How did that begin? And how does a pro athlete get to know a young person personally and obviously a special way to both of you?
Yeah, it just started at one of the skate with the Canes that we did, I think my first or second year here. And my mom has worked with adults with development disabilities since I was born. So I've been around adults with Down syndrome, with cerebral palsy, with all the things with those things. So I feel very comfortable around people with disability, and I always feel almost drawn to them. So when I seen Emma, it was just I wanted to go over and help her skate, and it just started so organically, just like that. And then obviously it grew into more. She was at every game, and always got to give her a fist bump through warm-ups, and then it just has been a good relationship. So Emma's great, and it's for all the fans. Obviously, they're the reason that we get to do this. So every fan that comes to the games, that watches us, we appreciate it so much, and that's it's why we do it.
I've gotten to know Rod Brindamore, your head coach, pretty well over the years. He now likes to tell a story, because the Canes are in a much better place, that he was scared to death when he first got sent to the Carolina Hurricanes. Like, he went to the clerk at the hotel front desk, and they didn't even know the Hurricanes were in Raleigh, much less where PNC Arena was. And of course, fast forward a long time, and now you guys are the talk of the town. What do you remember your first impressions being when you got traded from the Arizona Coyotes? Because that was before, or was at the end of the 9-year playoff drought, and that building was not like it is right now.
Yeah, well, I was on Arizona, and when Arizona came to Carolina, it wasn't a hot ticket item, that's for sure. So I remember the building not being, like you said, definitely not being the way it is now. But I feel like with any team, with any sports team, you want to give the fans a good product, and if you're not, then I think they have every right not to come watch. So that first year, with Roddy being the coach, I remember the first 3 months, it was we weren't winning, but we were playing hard, and we should have been winning some games. But then Christmas rolled around, and all of a sudden we started winning, and then you get a little buzz around the city, like, oh wow, this team might have something. And then as the season went on, it was just more and more people were showing up, and then obviously it's been insane ever since that season. I think we've sold out. It feels like we sell out every night, and that's a testament to the organization for putting a good product on the ice.
Hey folks, David Glenn right here in Raleigh. One of my favorite restaurants for many years has been The Oak Scratch Kitchen and Bourbon Bar. It's located on Lake Boone Trail, which happens to be a perfect location for a great meal and beverage if you're on your way to nearby Carter Finley Stadium or perhaps PNC Arena for a concert, Wolfpack or Hurricanes game, or other event. The menu is incredibly tasty and creative. The atmosphere is a lot of fun. The bourbon options are as high-end and varied as you'll find anywhere. The staff is super classy and first-rate, and I've just always loved the people, the food, and the overall vibe there. When I took Carolina Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon to lunch, yes, meaning the billionaire who owns the hockey team, I took him to The Oak. Seriously, it's that good. Learn more or make a reservation by visiting their website, theoakraleigh.com. That's theoakraleigh.com. Special thanks to Nick and Haley and their team for joining the family here at the David Glenn Show and the new North Carolina Sports Network. The Hurricanes have gone from 9 straight years of missing the playoffs to making it every year while you were here. And you're one puzzle piece among many, but 2 other things that happened at the same time or around close to the same time as you joining the Canes. Rod Brindamore is the head coach, and Tom Dundon is the owner. Take those separately. As a player for Tom Dundon, how have you seen him impact this organization?
Just spending the salary cap, bringing in guys that help us win, just creating a good team every year. So whenever you're given your owner's giving you a chance to win every year, then that's all he can do. And he's upgraded the locker room and practice facilities, and done a lot of things that needed to be done.
And then Roddy, he basically has a legend surrounding him because of his work ethic and a lot of things, and he is over the top for his praise of your contribution to the culture that he wants for the Carolina Hurricanes. You play for him. How do you put into words what makes him a great head coach?
I don't know if I have enough time to really give enough.
It's hard. I know it's hard, man.
No, you respect him so much as a person and obviously as a player and a coach, and you just want to play as hard as you can for him every night. And it's no BS with Roddy. It's you know what he wants out of you, and I feel as a coach, there's no gray area. You know exactly where you stand, and it's just he's been unbelievable for me, and I've loved playing for him. He's the real deal.
I felt for you when you were on national TV and you got the mom question. Because, man, we don't know each other well, but I'm a father of 2, so if you ask me about my kids, I might get emotional. But my mom, I'm a man of 50-plus years old. She's still one of my favorite people in the world. What went into the emotion of that moment? I don't want to make you cry on my show either, but there's something cool about how you looked at Wendy and what she meant to your upbringing and your love of hockey and your, just your evolution as a human being, obviously.
Yeah, well, I think your parents do so much for you, especially in hockey. There's so much travel and financial commitment and all the stuff that goes along with it. And my mom was there for every practice, every game, and if she wasn't there, she'd watch it on whatever you could watch it on. She worked so hard in her job for me to be able to play at the best leagues and have the best stuff, and my dad did too. So, but yeah, having my mom there, and it was so cool that she was mic'd up and I was mic'd up. And,
yeah.
It just kind of, you couldn't have scripted it any better, to be honest with you. And I just wanted to kind of show her how much that meant to me and how much she means to me. So, yeah, definitely got choked up for sure.
Please tell me that she's been walking on air ever since that mom's trip and the TV appearance and all that.
Well, she actually went on vacation, so she's probably having an extra good vacation right now. She's in Honduras, so she's having fun right now.
You have had a lot of respect in this league for a long time, your own teammates and your opponents, the way I understand it. What did it mean to you, even as somebody who had earned your name in this game, when the Canes asked you to put the A on your jersey as an alternate captain?
Yeah, I was floored that Roddy asked me, and obviously the sense of pride that comes with that, and just I try and play the exact same way every night and lead by example with my work ethic. And obviously I'm a bigger voice in the room too. So I just tried to keep going the same that I was going, because obviously Roddy seen something in me in that first year that he thought I was a leader, and I try to be a leader. So definitely just try and bring those attributes to it every day.
There was a weird moment in your time here in Raleigh where it's kind of hard to explain, but for procedural reasons, the Canes had to waive you. There were salary cap and other, repercussions, but it was a calculated risk. They didn't think that your time was done with the Canes, and obviously it's worked out well. But tell me what you recall about that, and then I'm dying to know. I know you're a practical joker. You called Svetch and lied to him and told him that somebody picked you up and your time with the Canes was over. Like, I picture Svetch, I don't know if he's a crier, but if anything was going to make him cry, it was thinking that your time with the Canes was over.
Yeah, definitely. That was a hard time, and obviously it was hard for me, but it's definitely hard. I have a wife and 2 little kids, and when you get that news, your first thought is, okay, now what's next, and what's going to happen to my family? I wasn't even really thinking about me. I'm thinking about my wife and my kids and how you're going to move forward that way. But I'm glad that I moved past that, and I'm moved on since then. And the joke with Svetch was he was late for a party. It was ironic that we had like our start of the year party that I had planned and done all that stuff, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to go to the party, but I ended up going, and then Svetchy came late. So then I called him and played the trick on him because he showed up late to the party.
I heard he was pretty down for 10 minutes. Is
that
true?
Yeah. Well, he was in an Uber, and I was like, yeah, this is the last time you get to hang out with me. And yeah.
Hey folks, David Glenn here for Organize for Success. I am a better person and a more effective business owner for having known and learned from Emily Parks over many years now. Emily's company, Organize for Success, helps multi-passionate business owners and executives bring harmony to all the layers of their lives, from work to side projects, from friends and family to hobbies, community, and beyond. With Emily's help, you too can make every minute matter. She helps you determine what earns your time and how to efficiently accomplish what matters. One of the many things I love about Emily is that she doesn't impose her will on her clients. She listens to them. That way she can better help them cultivate the lives they want to live. You can set up a complimentary call with Emily today by visiting organizeforsuccess.com. That's organize, F-O-R, success.com. Last season, you had the highest regular season point total of your NHL career and the highest playoff point total of your entire NHL career. 16 goals and 46 points in all when you combine it. What clicked at 30 years old?
30's the new 20. I told everybody that last year, and felt good. I was injury-free for the most part all year last year, and I feel like I've battled injuries for a lot of my time here, and that's kind of slowed me down at times. And I feel like when I'm playing healthy and playing free, I'm a really good player in this league, and I got to show that last year.
This is the last year of your current contract with the Canes. I think a lot of people hope it goes way beyond that, but give us a sense of, you guys were the preseason number 1 in the eyes of many, and you're halfway through this regular season journey or so. What is it going to take for you guys to realize those dreams as one of the best contenders of the NHL?
I feel like for the last month and a half, we've been playing really good hockey, and it's just kind of building on that, and just finding our game with new guys coming in, and with roles changing. It's hard for some guys to adapt, and it definitely took us some time to kind of get our footing. But since then, we've been really solid, and I think we just continue the way we've been going, and try and get better every day. And that's all you can do. You just need to make it. Obviously, you see teams that you just got to give yourself a chance to play in the dance, and then you go from there.
Last thing for you, because you are literally on your way to daddy duty. I got
to go pick my daughter up here right away.
Right, so we're getting you out of here with this. Just tell us about how do you balance that? Did you have some quality family time and daddy time and husband time during the All-Star break? and they're obviously such a huge part of your life. Just give us a sense of how that part of your world that we don't see as much impacts the happy guy that we end up seeing representing the Canes.
Yeah, I feel like if it's not going well at home, it's not going well anywhere else. And I got to give 100% props to my wife and my kids, because I wake up every morning and I'm the happiest guy in the world because I get to live with those three and my dog Gus. And definitely I always play lucky man by the Verve, and I truly feel like I am a lucky man. I get to do the job of my dreams. I play in the NHL, and I have a family that I couldn't ask for a better family. So very, very blessed.
We're appreciative of your time on the David Glenn Show. So if you missed your carpool slot by a few digits, extra credit to you, Jordan Martinook, for joining us.
15 minutes. I got 15 minutes. I got to shower up. Thanks a lot for having me, guys.
You got it. Take care, Marty.